So we're going to back up and be more general. You are the creator of your own experience, and you are doing better than you are giving yourself credit. Things are getting better for you, but it's hard for you to see because you want perfection. Everyone does. Things are getting better for you, but not fast enough for you. But if you can try to be a little patient, you will begin to see that there is movement in the things that you want. Things are working out for you. All things have come together in your vortex to give you exactly what you want. In fact, you've been asking with such fervor that your vortex is calling you in a very powerful way. And do you know, the harder your inner being and your vortex, the harder what you want is calling you, the more you are aware of where you stand in relationship to it. So, any subject that is not working for you, you've got to get your attention off of it. And that is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing relative to your physical body. These are the three: your physical body, money, and love. Those are the subjects that are the most difficult for people not to notice where they are. And we want to shout at you, but you're not looking where it is. Where it is over here, where everything that you want is. And you say, no, I'm over here where it isn't. And we say, no, it's over here. Everything that you want is over here. Just feel for it a little bit. And you say, well, I'm looking for it over here and I don't see it. And we say, well, just feel for it. Just feel for it a little bit. Because if you get even anywhere close to it, then you begin to get movement, and your positive thoughts begin to turn to positive things. And before you know it, you've had some things breaking loose for you.
There were glimpses.
Yes, and then there become more and more and more and more. We wanted to begin with you, not because we wanted to beat up on you, because that certainly is not our intention. And not because you are an example of someone who is doing terribly. You know why we wanted you to begin? Because you represent every person in this room to some degree. Every one of them have those things that they're stuck on, because a belief is just a thought you keep thinking.
Ooh, we got a lot to talk about. It ain't often that I play Abraham Hicks in front of anybody, especially myself, but I have no problem doing that whatsoever. Hey, Mr. Don, you doing all right over there? There you go. Why don't you unmute your mic and say hi to everybody so they can know that you're real. There you go. You're not just a ghost in a machine. There you go. You're more than welcome to be a part of class, Mr. Don. You're more than welcome to be a part of class.
Hello,
Today,
man.
yes, absolutely. Today is a special series because I promised one of you, it doesn't matter who, but I promised one of you, if I have an answer, you will hear that answer. And I got the answer. So special series here. There are a couple of things. I'm posting out into the chat a link. It is to a new book of mine. Don't worry about the book. You're more than welcome to buy the book. It's 99 cents. If I publish it, I try to make my books as cheap as possible. So what I typically do is, if it's a print book, I go 25 cents above the print value. And if it's a digital book, I automatically make it 99 cents. If I did not publish it, but it's my writing, then I can't control what the publisher does. I can't do that. This book, I published it, is 99 cents. This is not a class about the book. I actually posted this book. I published this book in private. I wasn't going to tell anyone. I wasn't concerned with any of you, to be honest with you. This is a book that it's a memoir. It literally is classified in the memoir. I guess if I had to classify it as a self-help memoir. And I didn't have an answer for somebody earlier, but I do now. You're more than welcome to, I'm sorry, I was supposed to share the screen because it doesn't make sense. I'm talking about something. Share the screen. Sorry. The first thing you should know is the audio book is coming. This is the first book I've ever done. It has an audio book attached, as you can see. It would be about 10 days, but you can see this audio book is completed. The name of the book is called Unbounded: Freedom Beyond Attachment and Control. It's a memoir. You have to find it out on your own. My kids didn't know about the book. Nobody knew about the book. Here is the actual link here. You can see I actually bought it myself yesterday. The book's been out since November 2nd. I just didn't tell nobody. I just didn't tell anybody, but Grace and Ina are subscribed as followers to my page, and they're nosy. And so they found about it and been posting about it in a group. I can tell you for sure that I wrote the book in a massive amount of pain. I think ever since I've been 14, I think I've had 1, 2, 3, 7 bad days since I was 14 years old. I wrote this book on a stretch of 4 bad days. On a stretch of 4 bad days in a row. And that's honest to God truth. If you know me, you know me. If you don't believe me, I'm Antonio Smith. I really don't care. Should you believe me or not? That's just my personality, and I'm going to always be that way. That being said, we're talking about chapter 3 in the book. So this is a memoir. And in chapter 3, I stop. I literally stop telling you about the book. And I say, well, listen, Jerome, before we go any further, you're not going to understand nothing about this book until I do what I'm about to do in chapter 3. I genuinely do this. As a matter of fact, where you at? Grace is not here. As a should I do that? Checking my spirit. Deanna, do me a favor and post this link in the stocks and the real estate Telegram groups. Okay. I want to speak to this introduction. I want to take about 1 or 2 more minutes in this introduction. I had to do chapter 3 to get to the rest of the story. So chapter 3 is actually a teaching thing. I'm actually going to play for you the audio book, and we're going to go section by section. I'm going to do my very best impression of Phil and Susan Sorrentino and play, and I'm going to tell fictional Grace to stop the recording, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to do it again and stop the recording. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. The first track is a little bit long. It's like 7 to 8 minutes. The rest are like 2 or 3 minutes apiece. It's chapter 3 of the book. Should you get the book, God bless you. It's all good. Do your thing. It's 99 cents. If you don't get the book, God bless you. It's good. I really don't care about the book. Well, I do care about the book. I don't care about the book for this conversation. I care about the answer to the person's question that who's on this call. I said, well, I can't really help you. That's what I said to the person. They said, why can't you help me? I said, well, I can't. And they said, oh, yes, there's a link to the book, sorry. And they said, well, tell me why you can't. And I was like, well, here's why. And I'll leave why up to the private conversation, me and that person. Thank you, Deanna. It was, and I said, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll disconnect from this call. And what I'll do is, if I can, I typically get my answers instantaneously. And if I can, I'll tell you why I'm helping you. And before the call even disconnected, I got my answer instantaneously. That being said, there are 2 things that I think that I do better than anybody else on the planet. Let me talk about Neil Donald Walsh first. First off, let me talk about Bob Proctor first. I think the greatest teacher of law of attraction to ever live is Bob Proctor. It's just me. Don't mean to be no offense to nobody. That's just what I think. And I never claimed to be the greatest teacher of law of attraction. I can most certainly tell you I'm definitely one of the leaders. There's no doubt about it. But my podcast statistics say that. But outside of that, I think the greatest person to tell you about the law of attraction and law of allowing and deliberate creation, all 3 of those together, I think that's Abraham Hicks. It's just is what it is. It's undeniable. Anybody that say something different, it's just different. It's undeniable. Okay, it's undeniable. think the person who can make God or the idea of God palatable and relatable, that's Neil Donald Walsh. I can't imagine anybody else outside of that, outside of Neil Donald Walsh, who can do that. Neil Donald Walsh has this way. I think the person who talks about abundance, this might be a sleeper or a sleeper for y'all or a surprise for y'all. I think the person who talks about abundance better than anybody is Lisa Nichols. I think Lisa Nichols has a very incredible way of talking about abundance. She has this great way of talking to people who don't get it, and then they just instantly get it. And she has this Les Brown humor about her that disarms you, and then she like chops your head off, and you don't even know it's chopped off. You don't even know. Lisa Nichols is who I think talks about abundance. She has a whole book called Abundance Now. As far as me, I don't think anybody on the planet would tell you everything is perfect better than me and have it the way I will. And you don't hear from me. Well, you do hear from me often, but I have my way of disguising it. But I'm not going to disguise it today. I don't think anybody on this planet understands karma and can explain karma the way that I do. I just stand on that. It just is what it is. I was literally born to explain karma to you. I just spent a 7-week series telling you about karma in John chapter 9 from the Bible, for God's sakes. And you didn't even know we were talking about karma. You didn't even know we were talking about karma, even though I told you in the first 3 verses, they're worried about, Rabbi, why is this man born blind? You didn't even know, because that's just what I do well. And today is going to be 100% about karma. And the reason why I'm going to help the person that I am going to help is because of karma. See, and they're listening now. They're listening. I was on the phone with like 15 people today, and I had no time, and I still did it. So you can't guess. You're not gonna guess. They do not. In fact, person, please don't confess. Please just take a cue out of, just shut the blank up. Okay, don't confess. Okay, talk while wanting to be of the spirit, but just shut up. Okay, just don't talk. You don't need to talk. What's important here, Jerome, is y'all don't understand
I'm
karma.
glad we didn't talk today. I'm so glad we didn't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm fair. Well, me and Deanna talked to your damn website people. We got to fix whatever email confirmation thing that they got to do for you or whatever. That's a whole different story in itself. That they all that back and forth we've been doing, and they want to say, oh, anyway. I'll leave that alone for now. I'll leave that alone. They getting on my nerves though. That's for sure. Karma.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Karma is exactly what you think it is and not what you think it is, all at the same time. All at the same time. In my book that I'm not trying to promote, but thank you for whoever has purchased it. In my book, I have no problem promoting my book. Please don't get it twisted. Don't let my humbleness about this confuse you. It's just my book is not relevant for the conversation we need to have. Just this chapter, Kenneth, in my book is relevant for the conversation. But please believe I got no problem telling you need to buy my damn book. All the money I done made y'all, shit, you need to buy my book. I have no problem saying that. For 99 cents, I got no problem saying that at all. But that's me. I'm a sinner. I'm saved by grace. So that's just me. Don't mind me. Okay. That being said, hear me. It's time for y'all to understand karma. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 more minutes in this introduction. I know you think karma is a response to whatever the hell. I don't know. I don't feel like thinking low level or just an awareness that's not mine. Excuse me. I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to try to assume or be presumptuous about what you think karma is. But I'm going to put the book on the screen. It's here. Can you all see it now that we're recording? Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is unmemorable. I like this way. This breaks. It's the only chapter that breaks. It breaks. But listen to me, Darren. Listen to me. The first thing I did, Jerome, when talking about, and after every section, again, I'm going to do my best humor consultant's impression, which I'm going to pale into comparison. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna say, okay, what do you want to talk about? Or whatever the hell the human consultants do when they're doing it. I'm gonna try. Right here, I need you to look at. I'm gonna make you look at me. Let me look at me real quick. Karma comes for us all, but it's not the way you think, and it's not exactly what you think. And we need to, for the rest of the day, we'll have a serious conversation about this. I'm not going to I probably won't revisit this book. For multiple reasons. For one, it's a memoir. It's painful. But for two, I'll let Phil and Susan do that on Monday should they choose to do so. It's not my place to do that. But you do need to respect that none of us live in a world outside of karma. We don't. And I'm going to give you about 83% of what I know about karma. There are I can think about 7 things that I left out, but it wasn't relevant for my book, so I left them out. I left them out. But you need to listen. I talked to Ina this morning, and she said something. I was like, nope, you need to go back to chapter 3, check it out, because I feel you. I hear what you said as a human, but you need to read that about that karma. Did I not, Ina?
Yes, and I understood after rereading it. Well, yeah.
And then the other person, so twice now, I've had to tell people about karma. That being said, Jerome, God bless us all. If you don't like today, blame Jerome, because he can take it. You understand? He can take it. That's just Jerome.
Are you playing something?
Thought I was.
Yeah, we can. There's
Wait a minute. Boom. Wait a minute. It's all in my ears. Okay, so you couldn't hear it. All right, no problem. So then we'll do 2 things then. So you couldn't hear the book?
No.
All right, I'll try one more time. Maybe I'm going to see if I shared it right, or I'm going to see if Kindle is just being a hater and blocking. Oh, you know what? I don't need Kindle. Stupid Kindle. I don't need Kindle. Hold on. It's not like Jerome. I'm not the author of the book. Duh. Jerome. I made the book. You understand? So let's see if you can hear this time and tell me if iBooks is being a hater. If not, then I'll stop that too. All right. I just know everybody's not an Audible learner. Okay. You can see it. You can, obviously, it's different now. Did you see this though, right?
Yeah, we
All right.
see that.
Okay. Can you hear this?
No, I can't hear anything.
Then no worries. I wonder if. Okay. Can you hear? Okay. Well, this is a good fun time in the Lord. Kind of my. Oh, you know what? All right. Let's try it a different way. Probably should have. Phil Susan would have practiced this first. You know. This is why. You know, I'm not feeling Susan. This is why they're great, and I'm just trying to be great. Here we go. Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Let's see, but nope. Okay. Wait a minute. Almost there, Jerome. Almost there. Nope. Almost there. No. Okay, let's try this. Nope, that's not it. All right, Jerome. Nope, that's not it. Damn it. All right, y'all gonna miss the words. Hold on. Let me try it. Hold on.
Oh,
Chapter 3, karma. Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
in your Pathfinder book, chapter 9 is karma.
Chapter 9 is karma. I forgot all about that. Thank you, because I totally forgot about it. I haven't revisited. That is absolutely correct. I talk about karma more than a lot. I just typically do it in my books or something like that. I typically do it in my books or something. Hold on. Chapter, power and forgiveness. Nope. Karma. Chapter 3, karma and the balance of blah, blah. Chapter 3, right there. Nope. Chapter 3, right there. Nope. Nope. Not right there. Nope. Not right there. No, right there. No. Not there. Nope. All right. Well, y'all gonna have to hear about it then instead of read it. I try to let y'all read it, but you'll be okay. You will be okay. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to listen to, you're gonna have to look at boring tracks across the screen. Sorry. Bam. Oh, let me make you a co-host. So you can approve these people coming in. All right, I'll do that during the call. Here we go.
Antonio,
Yes, ma'am.
that similar to what we get from our ancestors?
Indeed. That's
Yeah.
part of that. It's yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely incoming. Okay. Dana, make sure you can hear this. You can hear this, yes.
Antonio?
Oh, I got a whole different problem, man. What's up, Phil?
Quick story.
Mm-hmm.
May I?
Yep.
Many of you have heard me explain this before, but I was reading in the internet that it reinforced what I said, and it ties right into this karma concept. I'd say from a stage, when you die, 3 things happen. First thing happens when you die is, what do you think is going to happen when you die? If you think you're going to go to heaven, you get to go to heaven. If you think you're going to go to hell, you get to go to hell. Second thing that happens, your values sit you down with videos of your life. And when I'm on stage, I do my best Homer Simpson. I go, don't. So I know I'm not going to have the fast forward button. I know I'm not going to have the erase. And mute, you're not going to let me have mute, but please, could I have the mute button? Because there's been things I've said while I was saying them. I said, you shouldn't be saying this. I didn't stop myself, and I said them anyway. And then the third thing happens is you get to look at the lives of the people that you have affected. Now, what this article I read today, they got to that point and they added to it, which is perfect to karma. He says, then you get to look at everybody that you've interacted with and feel whatever you created. If you felt them pain, you get to feel the pain. If you did good, you get to feel the good, which is karma.
That's a fact. And that's going to come up. And God bless some of you for sure when that comes up. Okay, I found the audio. You should be able to hear this now. Let me see. This time I found the audio tracks. It feels absolutely right about that. Let me pull back up the book this time, and hopefully you all can read while listening. Let's see. I'll try to pull up the Kindle version because that's what y'all going to see. Where are you, Kindle? Kindle's a great name, by the way. It's like a great name for a girl. Kindle. Okay, Deanna, let me know if you can hear this time.
Chapter 3. Karma
Heard
and the
that.
soul's path to balance and unity. The path of karma, the universal return. Before we dive into the rest of this book, we need to get one thing straight. Karma comes for us all. No one is exempt, no matter what you call it or what you believe. And here's the thing. It's not some maybe or only if you believe in it concept. It's a current that pulls us all, a cycle as real as the breath in your lungs. You've felt it, seen it, and watched it play out in the lives around you. Karma, at its core, is simply the returning energy of our choices. Whatever we send out is already on its way back to us, shaping our path before we even know it. let's look at how different schools of thought describe karma in their own terms. These interpretations span different cultures and beliefs, but they all point back to the same universal law of balance, consequence, and return. In Judaism, reap what you sow. In the Hebrew scriptures, there's a focus on the actions we sow and the harvest we inevitably reap. It's a matter of planting seeds, of knowing that each action is a seed we're setting down in the soil of our lives. The harvest will come, and it will match what we've planted, whether it's goodness or something darker. In Christianity, what you do to the least of these. In Christianity, the concept is woven into compassion. Whatever we do to others, especially those in need, that reflects our true heart. The law says we will receive in kind, as if our actions to others are direct actions toward ourselves. It's an invitation to kindness and generosity because everything we give eventually finds its way back to us. In Islam, the measure of intent. While I'm no scholar on the Quran, the teachings suggest a deep connection between intent and outcome. It's about purifying actions and intentions, as our deeds will be measured in the same way we've measured others. In other words, it's a reminder that our motivations are just as important as our actions. Everything done with a clean heart returns with blessing, and everything else may lead to imbalance. In Hinduism, law of karma. In Hinduism, karma is explicitly the law of cause and effect. Actions create energy, and that energy inevitably returns. This is seen as an ongoing cycle, a spiritual journey that extends across lifetimes. What you do, what you think, and what you desire all ripple out, creating future circumstances that will mirror these actions. Each soul continues evolving, learning through the karmic results they encounter. In Buddhism, intention leads to outcome. In Buddhist teachings, karma emphasizes the role of intention behind each action. It's not just about what we do, but why we do it. Intention leads to outcomes that align with the purity or lack thereof of our motivations. An unintentional hurt doesn't carry the same karmic weight as a willful one, and a kind action from the heart amplifies the goodness that comes back around. In Confucianism, rectification of actions. Confucian principles focus on the moral rectitude of actions. In this view, karma isn't mystical but practical. Our moral decisions shape the character of our lives and society. If we act out of integrity and virtue, life will reward that sense of harmony. If not, disarray returns until we choose to realign with virtue. In Stoicism, cause and effect in virtue. Stoicism sees actions as inherently tied to virtue and wisdom. Everything that happens, every choice, is part of a cosmic web where actions lead to reactions. There's an emphasis on being in control of our own actions, while understanding that external outcomes may be beyond us. But still, what we contribute to the web is exactly what we'll experience in our interactions with the world. In Indigenous teachings, the circle of reciprocity. Many Indigenous teachings focus on the natural balance of giving and receiving within a circle. Everything we do has an effect on the community, and that energy cycles back around. The circle requires mutual respect and acknowledgement of all beings as interconnected. Harmony within the circle means respect in both giving and receiving, knowing that what you take must be returned. In Shinto, tsumi and misogi. In Shinto belief, the concepts of tsumi, offense, and misogi, purification, reflect a karmic idea. Any act that disrupts harmony creates a form of impurity, and through purification, by making amends or aligning oneself anew, the balance is restored. It's the awareness that what disturbs harmony in the world also affects the self. In Taoism, yin-yang balance. In Taoism, the concept of karma aligns with the balance of yin and yang. Every action shifts this balance, and the universe seeks to restore it. Acts of harmony bring harmony, while disharmony leads to corrective experiences. In the end, the Tao flows naturally, finding ways to bring balance back to every situation. Each of these traditions, with its unique words and symbols, shows us something essential about karma. Call it what you will, each name leads back to a single idea. What we give to the world gives back to us. It's a cycle, a loop, an echo. And here's the truth. Karma isn't about punishment or reward. It's about harmony. It's the universe's way of keeping things balanced, ensuring that whatever energy we send out is part of what we receive. Now, some of us get this right away. We recognize early on that we're walking in a world of mirrors, each reflection teaching us something about ourselves. Others, though, resist. We push against karma, hoping maybe this time we won't have to face ourselves. But sooner or later, we all do. And that's not something to dread. It's something to understand. Because once we understand it, we stop thinking of karma as this force out to get us, and we start seeing it as a guide, a teacher, a companion on the road to becoming whole. So before we continue, understand that karma isn't something waiting for us down the road. It's already here, woven into each moment, a natural law that needs no belief or acknowledgement to operate. It's in every choice, every word, every action. And whether you're living in alignment with it or fighting against it, it will continue to shape your life until you learn what it's trying to teach.
My God. All right. Oh, okay. Well, that's an R&B song right there.
Fantastic.
Yes,
That's
thank you.
fantastic. I give you a standing ovation, but I'm not wearing pants.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So thank you so much. Now, that's how I open it, Jerome. I open it that way because I know, Otis, every time I talk to motor scooters, they go, well, that ain't what I believe. So I had to let you know that every school of thought is saying this. Doesn't matter what you call it. It's all coming back to the same thing, that every imbalance will balance itself. And it's not necessarily corrective. We about to break that down. It's not necessarily corrective. And I go, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to break this down into smaller little bits of showing you every single action of karma. So I don't want to discuss that right now. Thank you, Phil. The rest of this is open for discussion because there's shorter sections and they're different angles of karma. What I need all of you to understand, especially my doggone children, karma comes for us all. The problem with that is you think it's a punishment. That's not what karma is. Karma is not a punishment. That's not. Actually, matter of fact, I bite the crust first, Otis. I come at the hardest part of trying to get you to understand karma is two things. What I just did, listen, everybody talk about karma. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible. Reap what you sow. I'm a New Testament Christian. Whatever you do unto these, you do also unto me. Listen, say it. I don't care what you say it. But if you slap yourself, you're going to feel the pain from slapping yourself. That's instant karma, which we'll talk about. But in the meantime, I'm going to share the screen again now. Back to Kindle. And I realized why I was playing it from my Logic Pro 10, but I don't have it set. I have it set to my microphone. I didn't have it set to Zoom audio. That was the problem. Karma as a balancing mechanism. Got that. Bring it down, Antonio. Bring it down. Bring it down. Okay. I wish I had Grace. Grace is here on the phone. She's at a football game. Deanna, would you put this in the chat for me, please? I'd be most grateful. I'm talking to you if, and you just gonna list the ifs. If you don't take care of yourself, that's one. We're gonna dramatically draw this out. Put them down one at a time, Deanna. If you always know the right thing to say. I'm talking to you if you're an empath. I'm talking to you if you're a good person. And not the whole karma, just this one part, Jerome, just this balancing mechanism. I'm talking to you if you know exactly why they did you wrong. I'm talking to you if you feel you should be more ahead than where you are now.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank you, Evan. I'm so glad you're here. You spice up the phone call so well. I'm talking to you if you know exactly. I would never do that to them. Help me, somebody. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
I mean, you are obviously talking to me in many different languages on many different subjects, sir.
So you speaking 16 languages to me, Antonio. All right. So you hit enter. You can hit the you can hit enter on. Now, everybody, here it is. Karma as a balancing mechanism. I will tell you exactly how long it is. Jerome, it
Karma
is
as a balancing
1 minute and 54 seconds. Faux is a technical term from where they did black exploitation films. Faux. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's what Dolomite was played at.
Oh my God.
Okay, Jerome know what I'm talking about, though. All right. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. So I just showed you karma's a real thing, but now, please, I beg you, please, especially the person I talked to today, motor scooting, shut your motor scooting mouth for once and listen to karma as a balancing mechanism.
Karma as a balancing mechanism. Karma works like a natural balancing scale, always shifting energies back toward harmony. Every action, every choice, every thought that doesn't align with unity or love, karma steps in to restore that balance. Think of it as an energy counterweight. When we send out anything that creates dissonance, whether intentionally or unintentionally, karma acts to settle that imbalance, not to punish us, but to guide us back to harmony. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Karma isn't limited to just this lifetime. It follows us through lifetimes, through relationships, through everything. It's why we sometimes meet people and instantly feel a deep, often unexplainable connection or tension. It's why certain situations or patterns seem to follow us, no matter how much we change or how many miles we put between us and our past. When we're not aligned with our own unity, meaning our actions, thoughts, and intentions aren't coming from a place of love and balance, distortions form within us. It's like little ripples or even full-on waves, disrupting the calm waters of our inner self. Karma exists to neutralize these waves, to restore the water's stillness, urging us to look deeper, to realign, and to understand that our choices carry weight. But here's the truth about karma. It's not about making things even or exact. It's not a tally of debts and credits. Karma seeks harmony, not scorekeeping. When we create actions from a place of distortion, fear, control, resentment, or envy, karma gently, or sometimes not so gently, nudges us back toward alignment.
Now you're going to shut the hell up and you're going to listen to what the next line is about to say.
It's the universe saying you've drifted, let's get back to where you belong. It's always working to bring us closer to the natural state of unity, closer to that place where everything we do resonates with who we truly are.
What I'm going to do, we've got to open up for the discussion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat some things that you should have heard. The first thing you should have heard is balancing mechanism. The second thing you should have heard was unity or love. When you do something that does not fit in unity or flow from what you call love, because we'll talk about that later, karma steps in to restore the balance. So every time you feel like there's not enough money, karma steps in to restore that balance and make sure you miss that car note. You get that house repo. Every time you say, I don't want to be in a relationship, karma steps in and makes your family members sick, make you sick, attacks your son or your daughter or whatever it is. Every single time, Antonio, you are not in unity or not in love, karma says, okay, Jerome, I'll let you go as far as I'm going to let you go. In a little bit, you're going to find out who's directing karma. Here's the deal. They're going to think I'm lying. In a little, what's going to blow you is when you find out you fucking up your life, that's what's really gonna blow your noodle. When you find out it's you causing your trouble because source you has looked at you and said, Otis, you're off path. I gotta hurt you now to get you back where you're supposed to be. That's what's really gonna blow your mind. That's what I had to gently tell Ina. Go back and read that. Because she read the memoir and skipped over karma. I'm not saying she did it like literally. I'm sure she read it as best as she could. But I say chapter 0, I'm pouring my heart out. Chapter 1, I'm pouring my heart out. Chapter 2, I'm pouring my heart out. And I say, you know what? The reason why, here's why I bring up karma, Jerome, is because I say, you know what? Y'all think I'm hurting and I'm getting past my hurt because I'm a good person. I'm not a fucking good person. I'm evil and wicked like everybody else on the planet. I'm everything good with this planet. I'm everything bad with this planet. Y'all think y'all good. I know I'm Satan.
Oh my God.
But this is the reason why you act like Satan, because you don't think you're Satan. I've got my satanicness under control because I admit that the only Lucifer on this planet is Antonio Theodore Smith Jr.
What if you like you know you're crazy and you like everybody's pretending to be crazy, but you know you really crazy, and if anybody brought you to that point, you could get there.
My response to okay, now I got 2 responses now because that last part threw me for a loop. If somebody brought you to something, nope, you got buttons in you that can be pushed. You brought you to something. So that's the last part of what you said. The first thing I was going to say is everybody's crazy in a world of crazy people. Happy people are crazy.
What?
That makes so much sense to me.
And it didn't
I
make
hear you.
sense to me at all. I'm happy, so
In
explain that to me.
2024, anybody voting for harmony is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Did it work for you that way?
Yeah.
Anybody in a world full of crazy people, anybody taking accountability, being happy is insane. That would be my response to you. That would be my response to you. That the reason why we call crazy is because psychopaths don't run the world. It's not enough psychopaths. If the whole world is full of psychopaths, then everybody killing each other, or whatever you want to call it, would be sane. So careful what you call crazy, because you're just running a numbers game.
Antonio,
Watch this here. Yes, sir.
Neil Donald says, you
Fair
cannot
enough.
find God with your mind. You can only find God with your heart. Therefore, to find God, we all must lose our mind.
Facts. Absolutely. Lose your effing mind. I'm going to skip this part right here, Jerome, through lifetimes, because I got a whole section on that. When we're not aligned with our unity. Person I talked to today, for the love of God, there's nothing you're doing sitting in unity. But here's the deal. Every time you're not aligned with it, guess what? What's unity, Jerome? Our actions, not my intentions. No, I see you don't want to hear me. Not my intentions, but that's no, you know what? That's not fair. That's not fair to you. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean it. Nope. My actions show me if I'm in unity with source. How do I know if I'm in unity with source? Does it serve me? No, then I'm not in unity. And what happens if it's not coming from a place of love and balance, that distortion sits in us, and like little ripples and full waves, you're going to rebalance yourself. Now, I'm going to stop. There's more. What's going to blow your mind is the next session is going to say, Jerome, that ain't God doing that to you. That's the God version of you telling God, do that to you. Oh, I wish I had somebody. I really did. Y'all just give me one more minute of a rant here. Y'all genuinely think something wrong with you, and that's you. Ooh. I often joke. I wish I could twist your head off and pull this in there. I literally don't mean that as a joke. I really wish I can like partially murder you and then pour this in your head and then unpartially unmurder you is what I wish I can do. So you can stop doing what you're doing. 100%. Every time you think, this is just who I am. I just don't want to be broke. I just want to be in a relationship. I just want to be single. I just want to be. Every time you do that, it's not harmony. And forget my argument for harmony. How on the planet Earth are you thinking that that's normal or source-like when you know damn well you wouldn't want to be in a relationship with God talking the way you talk? God said, I just don't want to be in a relationship with you today, Ina. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, fam. No, Jerome. I just don't want to give you no money today. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We'd be screwed.
Phil go, God, can I get some healing? I don't know how to fix that. I don't know what. I'm confused. Y'all complain and act like God gave you those complaints. When you serve a God that has never complained, shame on you. Go ahead, we'll have a little mini discussion here. God bless you. You should have showed up today. It was your fault. I'm listening. If not, I'll let me. I'm gonna cue the next session up anyway. You go ahead. I'm gonna wait for you. Look at the next section. Okay, saying and then say you are here picking on us.
You gave us a lot of information to chew on. We're still
Good.
on that.
Well, chew with your chewing ass. That's what you do. Now chew. All right. This next section is 2 minutes and 24 seconds. So I go, Damali, I go into, I swear, nobody I've met, nobody does law of attraction better than Bob Proctor. That's what it is. I'm just telling you what it is. No, there's not a greater teaching than Bob Proctor. Nobody, deliberate creation, rockets and desires, law of allowing. Abraham Hicks got them unlocked. It just is what it is. Period, point blank. Hell, I'll even say ain't nobody better in Q&A than Abraham Hicks outside of Antonio. I'll say that for sure. Like, you just, Abraham could do, she don't even need no script. Just Q&A. She got it on lock. There's no doubt about it. Karma, I was born to talk about karma. I didn't come up with plant better because I read it in a book. I was born with it, Jerome. My entire idea of plant better is a karmic responsibility that I'm trying to communicate to people in farming terms. The stuff that come out your harvest is karma. Every time I tell you money is a heart problem, karma. Because if you're really a good person, you're wealthy. How about that?
No.
See?
I think most of the people that are wealthy are the biggest crooks on the planet.
What a great response that was. And here's the
they're
deal.
Smart with their money.
That being smart with money don't make you wealthy. So now I got 3 things to say here. If you're smart with money, but nobody like you, you're not wealthy. If you're on your 14th wife, you're not wealthy. If I better not say it out loud. If you have to protect your wealth, you're not wealthy. That's not wealth. That's not what wealth means. It's not what wealth means. If you got money but poor health, you're not wealthy. If you got great health and no money, you're not wealthy. If you love the Lord but broke all the time, you're not wealthy. You're not. If you got $3 million in the bank account, but 15 stents in your right arm, you're not wealthy. So you, sir, you, ma'am, need to redefine your definition of wealth. Wealth has something to do with money. It's not only money. And it's time for y'all to recognize that. It's time for you to recognize that, because if you have to consistently protect what God has given you, that didn't come from God. That came from the devil.
Mr. Smith, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why do I feel like we're in a boxing ring with you?
You better be,
And
because karma's a boxing ring.
in this boxing ring, you got your gloves on, you got your helmet on, you
War
got your
paint,
shoes on, and you're bat,
shin
bat,
guards.
bat. And
I warmed up
what I'm trying to recover from one
to
jab,
stretch.
you hit me with
You
another
didn't even get
jab.
to stretch. You didn't even get to stretch, Jerome. I was in here 2 hours early. I'm loose.
And then you say,
loose.
and if you don't speak up, I got some more. Am I close, Mrs. Smith? Am I close?
You are close. That's a great segue, Jerome. Well, I'm sorry. Let me segue what you just said. If you have to protect what God has given you, if you have to protect harmony, it's not harmony. I apologize, but it's not harmony. If you have to protect harmony, it's not harmony. But Antonio, I'm sick and I'm a positive person. That does not mean you're not a positive person and your ass ain't sick. That's your fault. See, that's your problem. No. I got to do this. I got to do this. If you know you are a positive person, and how do you know you're a positive person? Because your harvest says you're a positive person. How does my harvest say I'm a positive person? I got everything I want. I never thought about being rich, so I'm not rich, but I got everything I want. I had the finest career in tech or speaking or whatever the hell you want to do. Literally, when I look over my life, 15,000 people go be at my funeral when I die. I just happen to have dementia. That's not sickness. It's a testimony. See?
Antonio, how does someone protect harmony? Miss Grace just asked me to ask you that.
How does someone protect harmony?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back to it in about 2 minutes. Let me finish talking to my sick, wealthy people.
Okay.
I'm saying you're wealthy and I'm saying you're sick. Congratulations. It's a effing story that you get to tell now. That was different. I have no problem cussing. That was a cussing with an incorrect motive. That was an incorrect motive cuss word. If you are sick and you are a wealthy person, positive person, you know it. It ain't that many of y'all. That's your new platform, dummy. You're not paying attention. Allow me to help you for a moment. If you did not karmically attract what is happening in your body, around your body, it ain't karma. It's a platform. All right, how can I do this? If a tree gets snow on it, did the tree do a bad job? No. The tree has snow on it as a platform to let people who look at the tree know it's wintertime. That's it. You are the one making a meaning out of your sickness that is now the platform that you now behold. Antonio, you can't justify this. Yes, I can, because Source has never taken you to any place to ever hurt you, not even physically. There's a difference between me and you. Yeah, I've never heard me complain about my trash can. My trash can still follow me to this day. You've never heard me complain about it. You never heard me complain about my responsibilities. You never heard me complain about how I got to take care of 15,000 people. You don't, because that's my platform. My
I was gonna
platform
say,
is,
on the contrary, you always talk about how you're thankful for the trash can, because if you would have got raised by your mama and daddy, you would have been just another nigga in Galveston, pretty much.
come on, man. You better talk,
You'd have
Damali.
been
Thank
like
you so
some of my
much.
kinfolk. You'd have been like my kinfolk off 27. One of them in
27.
jail, one of them dead.
There you
You
go.
wouldn't have lived in that trash can. You would have been like every other dude your age in Galveston, bro. That's all it is. It was a blessing.
100%.
And you always tell us that.
I always tell y'all that. If you're not getting this, let me help you get this, Antonio. Let me help you get this. If you ain't doing nothing wrong karmically and you got something wrong with you, no, you don't. You have a testimony and a platform about you. I got a poem that I haven't done in a long time. It's called A Mother Pray For Me. And it says, I kid you not, it says, at the end, it says, so I got, y'all don't know it. I got like 80% of my upper body is tattooed. Y'all don't know it because always it's covered, but maybe 75%. 75%. My whole back is covered with a big tattoo. My entire back is 90% covered with a tattoo because thug life. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want y'all to think that I grew up homeless without gangster life. I'm not sure how y'all skip that part about me, but God bless you. Thank you for your grace and your mercy. I appreciate you. Nevertheless, okay, my 16-year-old son right now on his whole back covered because all he's done is see his whole life with his daddy with his back covered, just so we're clear. I got a poem that says, I'm pretending to be God, and it says, I drug you through that mud. I made you get those tattoos. So the people with tattoos would see you as their equal. You missed it. Let me break it down for you without even repeating it. Your sickness is because the people who need to see you sick will finally view you as their equal, so you can finally start talking to them because you're not their equal. That wasn't for everybody.
Talk, Reverend Miss Grace said. I'm reading her tweets as her text as they
yes.
come in.
Yes, I'm so glad you did. I totally forgot about Grace. How do you protect your harmony? Harmony does not need to be protected. However, you need to be protected when you're in harmony. Two different things. Allow me to explain. Harmony does not need to be protected. The reason why harmony does not need to be protected for two reasons. First off, harmony is protection, and anything that is protection will attract everything that is not protection to test its protection. So when you get tested, that's not you being tested. That's just you being proven that you're harmony. But you, sir, you, ma'am, the wielder of harmony, oh, you need to be protected. Let me tell you how many people can't stand Monique because she don't complain. She ain't gonna be unhappy. I can't wait for her marriage to be over. Stupid self. I can't wait. Well, I don't know what they say because I don't know how to think like a loser. But they losers out there and they thinking. I don't know how to think like a loser, but I know losers is thinking. And I cannot wait to look Monique and I and say, I'm glad you understand now. That was your job to have that resistance. How you gonna be family nurturer with no resistance? So here we go. Jerome, covering of his wife. You know what a covering must go through? Hailstorms. How the hell you gonna be a covering if ain't nobody testing if you covering? I'm preaching today. I didn't even try to go there. Anyway, that's how you protect harmony. I didn't even try to go there, but I said what I said. How can Jerome ever know he's covering if ain't nobody trying to break his covering? Some of y'all in good relationships and you killing it. Anywho.
Self-created karma. Karma isn't something that happens to us. It's something we set in motion, knowingly or unknowingly. There's no cosmic judge sitting on a throne, doling out consequences. The truth is far more personal, and honestly, a bit humbling. Karma is self-imposed, created by us and for us as a way to realign and grow. Each of us, at our core, knows what needs balancing. This awareness doesn't sit in our conscious mind. It exists at a deeper level, often hidden from our day-to-day thoughts. You could say it's a part of us that remembers everything, every choice, every action, every ripple we've sent out. And in this remembering, our soul, the higher self that's constantly guiding us, sees where balance is needed. It recognizes where our actions or intentions created distortions, where we drifted from our true nature, and it gently chooses experiences to bring us back into alignment. Imagine your higher self as a loving, wise teacher. It doesn't reprimand or punish. It teaches through experience. It's that part of you that sets up the conditions for growth by selecting lessons that might not always feel comfortable but are essential for balance. So if you feel like you're revisiting the same struggles or facing patterns that seem to loop back around, know that this is the soul's way of saying, here's another opportunity to make peace with this, to grow beyond it. This process isn't happening to you, it's happening through you, as a choice from the soul that desires harmony more than anything else. What does this mean for how we approach life? It means that we can drop the idea that karma is some external force dictating what we face. Instead, we can see it as a part of us, like an inner guide, continually helping us come back to balance, to harmony, to love. Each experience is a chance to recalibrate, to act in ways that are closer to who we truly are. Understanding that karma is self-created changes the game. It frees us from the mindset of victimhood or punishment and invites us to see every experience, even the challenging ones, as part of our soul's journey toward balance. And in embracing this truth, we step into a more empowered, compassionate view of ourselves and others. We realize that everything, ultimately, is a part of the journey we've chosen for our highest good.
Holy Spirit told me to run that back.
Self-created karma. Karma isn't something that happens to us. It's something we set in motion, knowingly or unknowingly. There's no cosmic judge sitting on a throne, doling out consequences. The truth is far more personal, and honestly, a bit humbling. Karma is self-imposed, created by us and for us as a way to realign and grow. Each of us, at our core, knows what needs balancing. This awareness doesn't sit in our conscious mind. It exists at a deeper level, often hidden from our day-to-day thoughts. You could say it's a part of us that remembers everything, every choice, every action, every ripple we've sent out. And in this remembering, our soul, the higher self that's constantly guiding us, sees where balance is needed. It recognizes where our actions or intentions created distortions, where we drifted from our true nature, and it gently chooses experiences to bring us back into alignment. Imagine your higher self as a loving, wise teacher. It doesn't reprimand or punish. It teaches through experience. It's that part of you that sets up the conditions for growth by selecting lessons that might not always feel comfortable but are essential for balance. So if you feel like you're revisiting the same struggles or facing patterns that seem to loop back around, know that this is the soul's way of saying, here's another opportunity to make peace with this, to grow beyond it. This process isn't happening to you, it's happening through you, as a choice from the soul that desires harmony more than anything else. What does this mean for how we approach life? It means that we can drop the idea that karma is some external force dictating what we face. Instead, we can see it as a part of us, like an inner guide, continually helping us come back to balance, to harmony, to love. Each experience is a chance to recalibrate, to act in ways that are closer to who we truly are. Understanding that karma is self-created changes the game. It frees us from the mindset of victimhood or punishment and invites us to see every experience, even the challenging ones, as part of our soul's journey toward balance. And in embracing this truth, we step into a more empowered, compassionate view of ourselves and others. We realize that everything, ultimately, is a part of the journey we've chosen for our highest good.
I got a few things to say before we open. Hey, we're going to talk about this. I ain't got nothing to say, Antonio. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to start right here with every, and I'm going to try to read with compassion. Every choice, every action, every ripple we've sent out. And in this, remembering that our soul, the higher self that constantly is guiding us, sees where balance is needed. So if you go, I can't never make no money, higher source sees that you need balance there, and it's going to give you a terrible feeling or a rewarding feeling, depending on your motivation and what you got going on and who you are, to balance that money. If you go, just don't want to be in a relationship, I just don't like my mama, so higher you is going to say, I hear you, Antonio. So guess what? Let me give you pain to put you back up. You say, no, that's not true. Let me skip down. Imagine your higher self, Antonio, is a wise teacher. It's not reprimanding you. It's not punishing you. It's telling you that's how you feel, Jerome. Let me give you that experience because if I be gentle with you, you're not gonna listen, Antonio. So get that marriage out of here. Get that car out of here. Get that house out of here. Y'all don't want to see. You want to keep it real with me. Some of y'all are losing houses because you ain't good people. I just lost half my audience.
Oh.
Talk to me.
Wait, I have to collect Miss Grace's thing. You said that was good. Remember when Reggie told me yesterday to take a look at my pattern?
Take a look at your. It's right. Thank you so much, Reggie, through the text message of Grace that was in the conference y'all ain't seen yet. It doesn't reprimand or punish you, but it's saying, Jerome, here's these conditions for growth. I'm selecting lessons that you might listen to, Deanna. They're not comfortable, but they for your balance. So if you keep on revisiting this same feeling of struggle, Deanna, this same feeling of struggle, Antonio, this same feeling of struggle, Monique, you're looking back around.
Well, how do we
give it to me?
Well, okay, so if I so I'm kind of in this space right now where I'm like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship because I'm tired of these. But if the right one comes,
then you want to be in a relationship. You motherfuckers, y'all bother me with that. Oh my God. Let me give y'all this gift of singleness that y'all like to just throw up in the air when you feel like it. If you have children of any kind, you do not have the gift of singleness. If you have ever on the planet been in a serious relationship, you do not have the gift of singleness. If you are using 1 Corinthians 7 chapter for any reason, whether you understanding or not, to prove your gift of singleness, but you like sex, your ass ain't got the gift of singleness. It's 100%. Gift of singleness is exactly what you think it is. These are asexuals. You're not asexual. You just lost your sex drive because you're depressed. Those are two different things. See, I don't want to play with me, but I keep it real all the time. I have no problem keeping it real with myself, and I have no problem keeping it real in front of my children. Y'all need y'all children to think you Superman and Superwoman. I don't need my children to think I'm Superman and Superwoman. I need my children to know I'm just out here figuring shit out as it happens. I don't need them to think I got it all together. I need them to know while I'm not perfect, my response always is. Shit, that ought to be my next book, Tracy. I ain't perfect. But fool around and trigger me and watch how my response always is. Fool around and hurt me. Watch how my response always is. Let me hurt you. Watch how my response always is. I cannot control the dumbassery that comes out of my mouth. But when I trigger you, I sure can. Ain't nobody here can ever say my response to you wasn't perfect. I eat those responses. I hate eating those responses, but I understand karma. And if I don't eat those responses, Damali, I'm not getting over on you. I'm getting over on my dreams, and they dead. Because I wanted to make sure Tracy knew she can't play with me. You ain't worth my dreams, Tracy. I'm using that as an example because we ain't never had no beef. I'm not trying to speak over nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So don't think I want y'all going her DMs. Y'all right. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with that.
She's eating these responses.
My response is always perfect. Nobody has ever come to me and said, Antonio, I got a problem with you. And I went, Susan, I don't want to hear that. This never happened. It's never happened. It's never happened. It's never happened because self-awareness is a superpower, and I understand how I treat Monique is how I treat God. You missed it. That's all right. I'll keep going. I understand how I treat Gianna is how I treat God. I understand that I may get over and fool all y'all, but my kids love their mama, but they gonna act like me. You missed it. I'll do it again. My kids is not gonna live what I have told them. They will live what I have showed them.
That's every kid.
You're preaching my sermon, Ebony. You're preaching my sermon.
Says, do as I say, not as I do, but I'm gonna do what you show me.
We got a joke around this house. Sometimes these kids act like Monique, sometimes they act like me. And we can't every time, and then me and Monique could go, you know what, that might be you, Tony, because she calls me Tony. That might be you. Yeah, that might be me. These kids is gonna act what you have showed them, and they're gonna act what you have told them. And every time I'm about to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You so messy and petty. I'm about to get in trouble. I told somebody this today. I'm giving you this is realness with no context. I'm gonna make myself look bad. Realness with no context. I'm not giving you no context, just content. I said, you know the problem with single mothers? See, I'm already messing up. I'm already messing up. I done lost the whole Howard University. I'm already messing up. Okay. I'm already messing up. So you know the problem with single mothers. I said, single mothers know how to do two things. They know how to be mothers, and they know how to be single. See, you ain't like that. I know you don't like it, but it's my platform. I get to tell you what it is. I said, if you ask a single mother how to be a wife, she gonna give you a messed up answer. It's what it is. It's what it is. I know you disagree. I'm asking you to disagree. Now here's the deal. If you are a wife who just happens to be single, I'm not talking to you. That means you've changed. It's like saying, it's like saying, oh man, I just changed 3 months ago. All right, your harvest ain't on the way. It's on the way. It ain't showed up yet. I'm not talking to you, Carol. If you know your wife and it's working out for you and your husband's on the way, or you dating your husband right now, y'all just ain't got married yet, I ain't talking to you. But you know doggone well that I'm not lying. Let me tell you how much y'all disagree. Let me flip it into man. A dog man only know how to do two things: pretend to be a man and be a dog. And nobody's gonna disagree with that.
Nope.
All of a sudden, that I brought up ovaries and estrogen, it's a disagreement.
Why
I
is
said
it
nothing
like that?
different. That's because y'all, well, there's a lot of things, but in our society, women don't have to take accountability. That's really the heart. That's really the heart of the issue. And I'm not even here to have the accountability conversation to make you take accountability. I'm going to lose that argument anyway. Just know that the reason I brought that up is because you're creating your own karma. Every time you embrace single motherhood, you're not embracing marriage, if that's what you want to be. Every time you embrace marriage, you're not embracing single motherhood, so you can't be a single mother. You can't hold both. Every
So what
time
if
you
you're a single mother who wants to be married? You just have to.
got to
What do
choose
you
one or
embrace?
the other. You have to choose one or the other. Listen to what you said. I'm a single mother who wants to be married. Okay, Ebony, this is the deal. I'm faithful until you piss me off.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's not
What, you didn't
fair.
like that? No, you just stood between two lines. Why I can't stand between two lines?
Well, I was just giving you an example because
I just gave you an example. Choose ye this day whom you will serve. You're going to serve being single, you're going to serve being married. You can't have
so
both.
I have to serve being married if that's what I want to be.
Your Bible says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. How the hell you find a wife? How you find somebody already married? You're not even processing the information of Proverbs 31. You don't find somebody already married. You find somebody who's not married. She's a wife. Help me, somebody. Man who findeth a wife finds a good thing. Not man who findeth a single woman who looks like a wife. The Bible declares this lady a wife without a ring. See, I ain't like that. I ain't like that. That's just facts on facts on facts. You a wife.
She got them qualities that God put in her. There's a reason for being single.
I got to do that. Yeah, I've got to, that's not my argument. I'm not even worthy of that argument. You know what I'm saying? If there's a reason why you single, run that. I'm just saying you can't choose both.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I can't be showered and musty. See, I don't know if I got you, Trinace. I don't know if y'all was raised by my grandmother, but my grandmother, I hop my ass in that shower. No, I don't know if y'all know about this here. I hop my ass in that shower. I don't know if y'all ever raised a teenage boy. We don't like to shower. Now, if we get a girlfriend, we super showering. Yeah, y'all probably don't understand what I'm talking about. We get a girlfriend, we super showering. You hear me? Super showering. But until then, we run outside playing football in the grass, coming on spraying polo on top of that funk. And I would get in the shower. This is what I would do. I'd run that water. Then I would hit the little water. I would get in there and I would make my body wet. And I get out there. I swear to God, this happened. And my grandmother walk out. I'm about 15, 16 years old. I'm 16. Funky. Smelling like sheep and goats. 16. And my grandmother say, come here. Let me check them ankles. And she rubbed that dead skin right off my ankles. See, I can't have both, Phil. I can't be showering clean and skin rubbing off my ankles. And that's what y'all sound like. That was a good ass example, Damali. That's what y'all sound like. No, I'm single, but I'm a wife. Or I'm a wife. I'm a husband, but I'm a dog. No, you choose ye this day whom you gonna serve. You gonna serve that soap and water, or you gonna be playing that shower. But you can't have
Rev
both.
Run. I'm gonna just answer the Rev Run right there. I
Okay.
just feel like Miss Grace would answer that.
Before Trinace go, I would take 30 more seconds. I did not say single women are a problem. I'll save that for resegregation part 3. I did not say that single men are a problem. I'll save that for resegregation part 3. What I am saying is the man who finds a wife, that lady wasn't married. That lady was marriage material before she was married. That man was marriage material before he was married. You don't get to be both. If you are still single and you want to be married, transition to being married while single.
How do you do that?
Trinace, I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'm gonna answer that question because she opened up a can of worms.
How you do that?
Yeah, because that's a whole.
That is, got a bed, you clear that other side out. It makes space for that husband.
You know what? That was pretty good. All them goddamn pillows over there. 15 pillows on the bed. You know what? Keep going, Trinace, because you're right. I don't know if y'all. That's maybe that might. I think that's just black community. Is that just black community? All them pillows? Is that just?
Well,
No,
Okay,
it's
say okay.
every female.
That's just women. That's just women. Okay, fair enough.
but
Fair
the
enough.
pillows feel like a guy.
No.
Well, I
I'm
mean, a
unqualified to
guy
answer that, but I
moving
felt
everything.
that. I
I'm
felt
just saying.
that though. I felt you. I
I
felt you. I felt you.
You have to make room for another person in your life. Like you prepare for a baby to come, you got to prepare for the spouse that you want to come. So if you are single, you
That's
are
good.
preparing yourself. You clearing I don't know about clearing out my closet. That's my
I was about to ask that.
Now you just track the man that tell you, baby, you keep the closet. I'll buy us a rent house.
Right. So
There you go.
you have to put yourself in position. Connect with women who are married and talk about marriage. Read marriage books. Read, get all of the information that you can. Then that's you preparing, putting the things in your lifestyle to be a wife. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and blessings with the Lord. That's the other part of that. Because you want to be a blessing, a benefit, an asset to your husband. Now, to the dirt. We used to have a cousin that used to visit us, and my great grandmother would tell him to get in the tub, and he would take the dirt out of her plants in the bathroom and throw that in the tub.
You better get us all in trouble.
Antonio.
Yes, sir. And I read your comment, Phil. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Also, I might suggest that she starts visualizing what her husband looks like. What kind of car does he drive? What does he do for a living? Where did he go to school?
Sure.
What's his parents like? Because once she gets clarity in her mind of what her husband looks like, if he happens to be there, she'll recognize it. If she doesn't know what she's looking for, her husband could be right near her, but because she doesn't know what she wants, she won't recognize him.
No, for sure. For sure. What Phil is saying something vitally important here. It's called momentum. The more specific you are about a thing, the more momentum the law of attraction gives you to that thing. The universe gives you to that thing. So based on what Phil just said, the more specific you are, the more momentum you get to that thing. I will tell some of y'all this. I had to tell somebody this yesterday. If you are in a bad mood, stop being specific. If specificity brings momentum, and when you in the bad mood, I just don't like being with Otis. Here's why. All that here's why is momentum. if you in the bad mood, be general. I'm just mad. Why? I don't know. You know what? It'll end. I'm just mad. Why? Because this happened and this happened and this happened. And the law of attraction goes, okay, say less. Here's more of this happening and this happening and this happening and this happening. And then here's what you try to do, Ina. You say, well, if I just stop thinking about it, but the law of attraction goes, you can't stop thinking about it because the moment you thought about it, I got to give you more of what you're thinking about. Okay, Ebony, you asked a really good question. I wrote down asset to husband that Trinace just said I'm gonna answer that, but you asked a good question, Ebony, that literally knocked the wind out of me. I had an answer and I was like, Lord have mercy, this child. I hate this answer. But what was the question you asked? It's probably
I don't
good.
even remember.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
I don't even have a TV in my bedroom because the bedroom is for intimacy, not just physical, but communication. So I ain't messing around.
Scorpio in the
Her question was, how does she become a wife?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
And the same way sorry, go ahead. It's on there.
No. Please go. Because what I'm going to say is I want to go ahead. I'm gonna answer the question in great specificity, but I'm gonna answer it. No, you sure? Okay. Don't want to say I'm not gonna run from this question, but I don't want to answer the question how to become a wife because I don't know her free will. But I can tell you what kind of wife I'm looking for. And what kind of wife a man like me looking for. And I don't mean what I'm looking for as disrespectful as if I have not found it. Just answering the question, okay? Now, here's the deal. Under no circumstances do I want. So what am I? What am I? A provider. Yes.
You want a wife to provide?
I don't give a shit. I don't care if you provide or not. That doesn't bother me, whatever. Because as a provider, I'm so confident in my provisions. I don't give a fuck what you do. You don't bother me whatsoever. I don't care if you work or not. I don't care if you get a job or not. I don't care if you spend money or not. None of that bothers me. Jerome seems to be agreeing with me. I'm a whole covering. I don't care what you do. You want to dream? I don't care. Otis agrees with me. Phil agrees with me. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I want two things as a husband. Two things, not three things. I want three things. Now, I just thought about it. I want three things, and these three things are non-negotiable. They're non-negotiable. They're non-negotiable. But let me define what I am first. What I am is I am a Sigma male. It's more than an alpha male. That means Otis don't give a damn about Antonio and his kingdom. He got his own kingdom. Phil don't give a damn about Antonio and his kingdom. Otis don't give a damn about it. They got their own kingdoms and they don't care. And they ain't chasing no woman. It is what it is. I don't chase women. I've never chased women in my whole life. I've never chased women my whole life. I'm not saying that women shouldn't be chased. You just got me fucked up if you think I'm going to chase you. In the name of Jesus, in front of my kids. Boys, don't you ever chase no woman. If you got to chase a woman, ain't the woman you're supposed to be with. I say that 100%. I say that to my daughter. If you ever become a woman somebody needs to chase, you ain't the woman that somebody going to get. I don't chase no wife. See, I can't tell Ebony what Ebony supposed to be getting. I can just tell you, if I got to chase you, fuck I want you for? I don't understand the process. If I have to chase a wife, I don't want you. You know why? Because you're presenting yourself as chaseable. And I don't want no wife presenting herself. Shit, I said something right there. I don't care what you say. I bet Otis agree. I bet Phil agree. I'm not saying, now here's the, I don't mind if people chasing you, but I'm not fitting. If you present, you know what? Before I finish answering this question, I'm gonna show y'all a comment I left on this popular lady page that people seem to be liking or whatever. This lady, let me listen.
The truth is, ladies, like my man tells me, they do the asking. And, Kevin Samuels was the king of the statistics, right? Facts, data, and statistics. And he went through all of the numbers. And my man even does the same thing. When we look at salaries and we look at degrees and we look at relationships, men in the community are doing just fine without us, ladies. So if we want relationship, we have to humble ourselves and realize it's not a shortage of men. It's that the men that are marriage minded are not seeing wives in us. So
Sister Maggie, you better talk. But I'm about to come back to that in a damn second. Here's my thing. I've said it 1,000 times. We'll say it here now. Women control the dating game. Men control the marriage game. Careful how you present yourselves. No disrespect intended. Allow me to cook for a moment. The stove is on. I don't know. I don't know.
Grace just texted me.
What'd she say?
She just texted me. She was talking.
Oh, she was talking. She is talking. Here's the deal. I can't tell the difference between a wife and a hoe. I know y'all don't want me saying that. So I'll say whore. Maybe that's more biblical. I can't harlot. I can't tell the difference between a wife and a harlot in 2024. In 2024, I can't tell the difference. Y'all subscribe to the same people. Y'all follow the same Instagram pages. Y'all look at the same TikToks. I can't tell the difference. You're dressed the same. That's like saying, hey, it's 10 lions out there. Let's go pet the one lion that ain't going to bite me. These lions going to bite me. So you want me to look at 10 lions and discover if one of these lions ain't going to bite me. The problem is men can't look at women and see a wife. But you can damn sure look at a man and see a husband. It's 100%. You would, if I don't make money, first off, you're not even gonna give me a chance. Let's just clear that right on up. If I ain't 6 foot, half of y'all ain't gonna give me a chance. If I ain't 6 foot, we can just start right there. You literally can see a husband a mile away, but wives dress like whores. If they don't, if the whore dresses conservatively, they act alike. They equally disrespectful to me. They both got daddy trauma. So I can't tell Ebony how to be a wife. I can't tell you there's 3 things that a man like me won't. Phil, Otis, and Jerome is on this, and Kenneth is on this call. We all act alike. I know all of us. Ain't no difference between me and Kid, Otis, Phil, and Jerome. We all act alike. Thing number 1, you know the number 1 thing I want as a man? I want my wife to be clingy. You goddamn right I do. No, I'm not talking about your little toxic version of clingy. I'm not talking about your toxic version of clingy. Whatever you think clingy is, maybe I'll say a different word. I want my wife to look at me and go, you all right to me right now. I tell you. You know why? Because I'm at war all day. I'm at war all day. And you know what's out there? You know what's out there, Tanya? Hoes. Did I stutter? I thought. Am I not supposed to say hoes? What am I supposed to say? What, Donna, give me the word I'm supposed to say. What's the word I'm supposed to say? Okay, well, fair enough. I don't have another word. I don't have another word here. They out there. And you know what they out there doing? Giving attention. Man, don't nobody give attention to a man than a woman who wants your man. Shit, you say what you want. I want my wife to be clingy. I don't know how you define that word clingy. I know I'm not using the right word. We're gonna make that work today on this call because I'm running it. So I don't really know how to define that. But I know
you want her to be attentive.
Attentive works fine with me.
Yeah,
works fine with me.
You want her to see you got a haircut today. You want her to see you looking good today. Hey baby, hey handsome. That's what you want. And I mean that's fair. All right, I'm done.
Your coworkers go do it to me when I walk in. When I walk in, your coworkers say, girl, he cute. And you ain't said 10 words to me all day.
You want her to be affectionate.
Right.
Affectionate. There you go. Phil.
You want
Such
to
a good
feel like
word.
she wants you.
Interesting. Interesting how a man gets tired of not being wanted. They're crazy as shit. So that's one. Number two, you know what else I want? You know, please know, number one was number one on purpose. Affectionate or clingy, still say clingy. You say affectionate, that's fine by me. I don't give a damn how you process it. In my head, this process is clingy. I'm telling you 100%, that's my number one criteria. Respect with no way in there, huh? It's coming though. But it wouldn't number one, wasn't it? Provisions wouldn't number one, huh? Because you messing with a real man. I can provide for myself. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you what every man on this planet understands. You women, you fall in love and get happy. Men fall in love and be pissed. Let me explain.
Hi.
Women fall in love. I got you. Women fall in love and go, oh, God, Prince Charming, or whatever the hell y'all do. I don't know. I don't have enough estrogen. So whatever. Give me enough grace, because I don't know what the hell y'all do. I don't know what y'all do. I don't know what y'all do. We fall in love and go, shit. I gotta take care of Damali and her kids now. Think I'm lying. Ain't a man on this call gonna disagree with what I just said. When we fall in love, that love comes with covering. You damn women ain't got that. Y'all ain't got that problem.
It's the weight.
When we fall in love, we know I am no longer a person in this relationship. I only have value as I kill myself. Ask every man on this call. They're not going to disagree with me. Because weak men don't follow me. They can't even hear me. They hate me. They say, don't bring that. I can't tell you what they say. It was the N-word coming right there, though. You know, don't bring that. Don't tell me what that talking about. Don't bring it over here. That's what they say. That's what they say. 100%. I want my woman clean, affectionate. Excuse me. The second thing I want my woman, soft. Fuck out of here. I'm not gay. I got no problem with being gay. You be gay. But if I wanted a man, I give it a man. I want my woman feminine. Now here's the deal. I'm not trying to define feminine for you. I just know feminine need to be the opposite of the fucking oppression I got out there. Antonio Theodore Smith is telling you that I don't know what feminine means to a woman, and I'm not trying to define what feminine means to a woman, but it needs to be opposite of the people trying to send me to jail. It needs to be opposite of the bad business deal I went to. It needs to be opposite of all the fight I gotta go. When I come home, it better not be war. That's what we call feminine. Now, if you want to burn your bra, vote for Trump, or whatever the hell you want to do as a woman, do that. Don't care. But when it comes to me, affectionate and soft. These are top two things. Is there a man here that disagrees with me? We not gay. If you're asking for a wife, we telling you what a wife is. And every man on this call is our wife's covering. Ain't a single non-man on this call. Kenneth, am I sidestepping? Am I half-stepping?
No, sir. No, sir.
Jerome, Otis, Phil. I ain't trying to speak for these gentlemen. They on the call. They press it.
You right on the money right there.
Antonio, I've been here going on
10 years. It does make a difference.
And we don't have men creeping on phone calls and texting behind people's backs. on these calls. It don't happen.
It
Hello.
don't happen.
They
That ain't
real
what we
men.
do. That's what ain't what we do. That ain't what we do. What we do, whatever's wrong with us, we openly wrong with us. Ain't nobody here privately being wrong. If there's something wrong with me, the shit's wide open in there. It is what it is. I wouldn't even know how to change it. I want my woman affectionate. I want my woman soft. I'm not saying be soft to where you don't love yourself. That's not what I'm saying. Notice I didn't even try to define soft for you. I just said the opposite of what I got to go through. Because as a man, you're asking me to go to war. You pick the berries. That's why you know the difference. This shit is purple. Y'all are going, this ain't purple. This is purple. This is purple. This is everything on this can is purple to me. You women are going magenta, and I don't even know the other colors and shit. I don't even know the other colors. I'm a warrior. Yeah, I don't even know these colors. This is purple. That's purple. That's purple. That's purple. This damn red is purple because it's too close to purple. The only time it's red is when I want to differentiate between the two purples. Ain't no hot pink. It's all pink. I ain't never said fuchsia in my life. I feel like I gotta twist my hips to say fuchsia. I don't even understand that. What I do know, Ina, is you asking me to go kill buffalo. So when I come back to the damn tent, it need to be some non-buffalo in the tent. That shit made sense. I don't give a damn what you say. It made sense. I don't want to go out there and kill buffalo, smell like buffalo, bleed all over buffalo, have buffalo bleed on me, and come home to a damn buffalo. Number 3, I just want communication. Oh, I just answer your question, Ebony. Number 1, clingy. I'm sorry, affectionate. Number 2, soft. Number 3, communication. You got a problem with me? Tell me. I would fix that shit immediately. I would fix it immediately. You know why? Because I'm a man. You know what a man is? Emotionally mature.
Not
You
all
can't.
of them.
That's not a man. Those are dudes with testicles. That's not a man. You're right to say not all of them. But a man who is not emotionally mature is not a man, because a man who is not emotionally mature brings bad consequences to his wife.
So like a boy.
Yeah, and boys don't make no money. Boys get felonies. Boys get this. Boys don't invest in stocks. Boys create trauma. Boys have their wives living with their mama. That's probably too personal. My bad.
And
First
still
off,
put the seat up or wipe it off when they finish. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. True though.
let me tell you, I pee on these toilet seats. I pay the rent here. Y'all not paying attention. Ebony, I answered your question. Now, whether I answered your question gently or not, I'm not gentle. I'm a man. You didn't ask some feminine dude with a mustache what he looking for in a wife. You asked a warrior what he's looking for in a wife, and you got a warrior answer. Notice in all my answers, respect wasn't there, but respect was in all 3. How you gonna be affectionate and not respect me? How you gonna be soft and not be respectful? How you gonna communicate and not be emotionally respectful? That's 100. Men, if you okay, fair enough. Men can. Otis, which have I misspoken for us men? Have I?
You represented well. But I do say this,
Please say away.
Ebony, for not only Ebony, but you personally have to define what you want, because what Antonio just said may not be for you.
No.
You know, it may not be in harmony with what you want. So you must fit what your definition of a man is. You got to be that for
and be attracted
he
to
is.
it. And be
Right.
attracted to it. Yeah. If you want a feminine man, you better have that feminine man turn you on.
No.
Well, man, Otis is spot on. Whatever you want, you need to be biologically attracted to it. Biologically attracted to it. This is what it is. I can't stand a woman who can't communicate with me. You know why? Because I'm young and rich. And here's what, well, I'm not young no more. I'm 43 at this point. I mean, I'm 43.
You've been around the block.
Yeah. I've been young and rich for so long that I don't even know how to separate. Wealthy people are only wealthy because they value harmony. It's one of the biggest secrets on this planet. Anybody who is successful values harmony. Phil said it in 5 Messages, red and blue make purple. He's right. I forgot, but he's right. Wealthy people value harmony. If I'm with Damali, I'm going to cover Damali. I'll be damned if I'm going to cover Damali and she is the downfall of me being a covering. And even on this call, and you know who you are, I'm saying who you are. You a whole wife. Can't wait to be a single mother.
Wait, what? Why would
You a
he
whole
ever
wife
wish?
because that's the only thing you know. Because that's the culture of this world. Because the most valuable woman, the most valuable
Reverend. I just had to say that at this game. Reverend.
Yeah, the whole football game. If you think about the most valuable woman in today's society, who's more valuable than a single mother?
I don't know.
Nah, see, y'all, I can't find somebody. I'm talking about name me somebody in society that's more valuable than a single mother, because I can't find them. I can't find this person. Y'all don't care nothing about single fathers. You don't care nothing about Father's Day. You stop it. You don't even spend no money. Ain't no Facebook filters for Father's Day at all. Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it.
A good teacher is close.
A good teacher?
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, as long as that teacher is a woman, yes. 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 That's the deal. We value what is not actually valuable. Well, I'm not saying single women are not valuable. That's not the way I meant to say that. I'm saying that we need to start valuing what is valuable, which is unity, which is harmony. Okay, and I ain't talking about like male and female. It could be 2 females. It could be 2 males. I'm not even talking about gender. I'm talking about unity. So I'm talking about unity.
I think this is the first time I disagree.
Fair enough. Disagree.
Yeah, no, unity, I agree, but I don't agree that the single mother is the ideal. That's, I mean, this is something I can't see. That's, yeah. But for me,
in fairness, I live in America, have no idea what the fuck goes on in France. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
So
No,
you're probably right.
For me personally, it's like nothing that's alone for me is valuable. That's me.
Universe say the same thing. In this particular case, though, I didn't mean y'all. I didn't ask you what you think. I said society. Y'all acting like we don't. Name me one presidential or prime minister election that has ever represented the people. Because I can't think of one.
Barack Obama. He had like majority of the vote.
That's actually a fact. That's an actual fact. I stand corrected. That's an actual fact. That is actually the one election I can think of that actually represented the people for sure. That's 100%. I stand corrected. Shame on me. I stand corrected about that. That's 100%. America looked like, well, I'm not even trying to say a country, but that's the one time, 100%. I can't think of anything else.
But he spent 4 years fighting for the people. And he
Well,
shouldn't have to do that.
we ain't talking about the side effects of that, Jerome. We're not talking about the side effects of that. But you're right, though. We ain't talking about the side effects of that. And it was 8 years, not 4. But you're right, though. But I feel you, but that was the point there. Ebony is absolutely correct.
My bad.
Here's the deal. Somebody, Trene said, and I wrote it down, you got to be an asset to your husband. I just picked on women, so I'm going to pick on everybody now. The idea of being an asset to anybody is the only thing on this planet that will make your money come to you faster. But you know what? You don't want to be assets. Or then you have what came up in our conference, fake happy. What do? You are an asset to people who aren't close to you. But to the people close to you, you're not an asset. And you're forgetting a very, very important lesson in nature. And a very important lesson in nature is karma. And karma doesn't care about your narcissistic reputation. Karma doesn't care about your intentions, Antonio. Oh, no. Karma, Ana, doesn't care that you're a good person. No. Karma doesn't care that, oh, well, you know what? I meant well. Karma doesn't care. Karma's finding you every day, all day, forever days, in a day. It just is what it is. But don't take my word. Let's see if we can keep going as we're about to wrap up this call. Let's see if we can keep going. Yes, sir.
Did you say being a single mother was ideal first?
No, it's not ideal at all.
No, that's what I was saying. I thought you said it's ideal. And I said, no, there's valuable, yes, not ideal.
He said, he didn't say it was ideal. He said that's what society finds.
Oh, yeah, okay, for sure. Yeah. Because I would tell you that's a damn problem.
60 Minutes did a conversation about that in the early 80s when the single mothers really, really became strong and where they talked about they didn't wife, they wanted to be a mother.
It's like 1978 or 1973, something like that is when that whole pandemic started happening. I would tell you, Phil, that's a great question. I would tell you that single mothers are the problem, not the entities of women. This idea, because where does wealth come from? Marriage. As long as you're in a capitalistic society, to be married is to be wealthy. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. In a capitalistic society, I didn't ask for socialism. I didn't ask for whatever the hell China got, communism. I didn't ask for that. In a capitalistic society, wealth comes from union. If you don't want to get disrupted by technology, be married. You didn't like that? If you don't want artificial intelligence to take your job, be married. You have a far better chance of artificial intelligence not taking your job if it's two of y'all. I know. I am literally taking jobs with artificial intelligence. If it's two of y'all, wealth in a capitalistic society comes from marriage. I could give you the mathematics, 2 incomes is better than 1. I could give you that, but that's not it. That's not, I mean, that is it, but that's not the action. That ain't it. I mean, that ain't it. No, that's, if you can see it, that ain't it. Real power is felt, not seen. Let me tell you why marriage makes people wealthy. Because when Phil go, this shit, Susan go, no, baby. No, baby. No, not this time. Because everybody's a genius in their head.
So that's
and then we start.
why two is,
go ahead.
that's why 2 is better than 1. Because me by myself, I'm smart. Me with somebody else, that's somebody smarter than me. Or us putting our ideas together, that's why 2 is better than 1. It has nothing to do with 2 people in the house, because you could have 2 dummies in the house.
You
Sound like a fact to me. That sound like a fact to me. I'm not gonna disagree with that. That sound like a fact to me. I'm not gonna disagree with that at all. I'm not gonna disagree with that at all. I'm not. I know that when Susan is doing Susan stuff, which I have no idea what that means, only Phil knows what that means. Phil goes, nah, baby, let that go. And when Phil's doing Phil stuff, I have no idea what that means. Susan goes, nah, baby, let that go. But you know what poor people want to do? Do it themselves. You think I have an agenda? Name me one person. I want all of you people who want to be single. I want all of you people who want to be, no idea, whatever you want to say. All you people who say relationships is stupid, name me one person in your industry that follow your idea of relationships, if that's what you want to be. And tell me if it's true. It's not. The person controlling your industry is married. And if they're not married, they're in a committed relationship because marriage is stupid, like Oprah would say. That's not what she say, but that's what she say. What she would say is marriage necessary, is what she would say. She's actually said it before. She said it in Stanford talk. You missed it. I'll do it again. Everybody controlling the industry that you're trying to dominate right now is married. You're the only person that want to be single. You know why? I don't know. That's on you and your trauma. I have hypotheses.
What's your hypothesis? I'm single. I don't want to be single. What is your hypothesis?
Your parents fucked you up.
Well, that can be true, but that's not the reason. That's not the reason that I'm single.
Well, okay then. So if I had to give you a second reason why you're single, then if it ain't your parents mess you up and you still single, here's the deal. And you don't want to be single is the assumption I'm operating on. Everybody understand that? I'm not operating on and I want to be single. Here's the, and I want to be single is coming from a healthy place. But if you want to be single, you have every last one of your dreams, congratulations. That's what you're supposed to be. If you want to be single and you don't have every last one of your dreams, stop. You don't want to be single. You want to prove to your fake mama, dead daddy that you can do it yourself or whatever the fucking ghost that you were hiding from or fighting from. That's the truth. But if I had to give Ebony a second reason of why she's single and she don't want to be single, it's because she never thought about being feminine.
I'm just gonna let you can have it because you can have it. You can have it.
I'm going to have to agree. And you know that I don't always be agreeing with Antonio and his bullshit. But just
That's fierce.
When you are in your feminine energy, you
Come on.
attract. Your softness shows up. How you talk to a person, not just men, is different. All of that. Guaranteed. I just got some more books in my cart. I can tell you what other books I've just added to the cart, because I definitely want to explore the idea of being feminine outside of stilettos, lipstick, and wearing a dress, because that shit don't have nothing to do with being feminine.
That's nothing to do with feminine.
All
That has something to do with being a girl. Well, that's not feminine.
it has everything to do with your activity, your thought processes. I don't know if you follow Stephanie St. Clair. I don't like her politics, but that's my girl. During COVID, well, she was already a millionaire. During COVID, she bought 2 properties in Italy. She started a tea business. She sold the tea business. It was valued at over $1 million within 9 months. So when she and I took a femininity class together, and she really accessed that. And she said when she started accessing more of the femininity, her money started coming faster. And she was already moneyed up at 40. So I really, 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 I'm going to tell you, to eat up all the feminine access you have, read books, study people who are really living that lifestyle of feminine. I don't know if you have a place of your own, but change some of the way you decorate and see how you really feel about accessing that feminine experience in your environment. Maybe you at home with mom. Change your room around. See what you can do to add a little bit of things that make you feel soft. Because when you access softness, I mean something different. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm always her, because if you activate that other one, I'm just gonna say.
Antonio just said it. Antonio said earlier in it, they didn't activate it. You had a button that you let them push.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. She's a Scorpio though. Scorpios and Tauruses and Geminis are assholes by nature. This is just like this is just what it is, right? That's 100%. It's all good. We love them as they are.
I'm just saying, don't activate that. Because they say at work, Trinace, we love who you are now. And when they start, I say, well, you want me to go back to? No, we don't want her back. Okay.
I know that's right. We don't want her back. When somebody say we love who you are now, you was probably something not that. Okay, go ahead, Phil.
Since we're talking about books, Getting the Love You Want.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Harville Hendricks, pastoral psychologist, got his doctorate degree in marriage counseling and found himself going through a divorce. He failed as a preacher, he failed as a counselor, and he failed as a husband. And then he wrote this book. One of the tenets is that you subconsciously marry the people that would heal your childhood wounds. So it's called Getting the Love You Want by Harville Hendricks.
Glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. And in my book Unbounded, which I'll put back out in the chat again, but in my book Unbounded, I have a whole section about how love languages come from what we did not receive as a kid. So I love and acts of services because nobody ever gave me acts of services. The thing you wanted most as a child typically arises out of your love language today. So if you love language with touch, it's because your parents wouldn't touch you.
Yeah, that's what my daughter said. That's why she is the way she is.
Yeah, for sure. Our love languages are out of longing. I think that's what I called it. Love languages spawned out of longing. What we long for as a child has become our love language. That's deep. Let me wrap this up. There's more on karma. Get the book. You'll figure it out. Or don't get the book. I don't care. Here's what I will tell you. Well, I got 3 things to tell you now because I forgot about the feminine subject that Trinace was just talking about. I'm not telling you to be feminine. That wasn't my argument. I said if I have an argument why Ebony is single, outside her parents jacked her up, that she just ain't decided to be feminine. You know why I can say that with great truth? Because every single energy is attracting its own energy. You need to let me explain before you disagree. If you're feminine, you're attracting masculinity. If you're masculine, you're attracting femininity. If you are masculine and you're supposed to be something else, this is why gender doesn't matter here. So if you're a man, but you're a feminine man, then you're going to attract a masculine man. Y'all see this all the time. You see women attract studs. Yes, yes, no, you don't want to. Okay, you see this all the time. You will attract the energy that you are. Why? Because opposites attract? No, that's not how law of attraction works. The law of attraction don't work and opposites attract. The law of attraction says Phil is 6'4", so he's always long for the opposite of 6'4". Susan is 4'2". That's not her size. So I that's just what I do. Whatever I bring this up. She's always longed to reach the top of the cabinet. So she got Phil. We are always longing for what we're absent of. So if Antonio, and this is, I'm finna help you. Antonio is a great communicator. But also in the house, I don't really say nothing. I don't complain. So I can't get mad at Monique or whatever, but not being in her feelings. Because all she's doing is being my little walled off self. So my little 16-year-old who is 16 and he don't want to break his whole damn finger and won't say nothing. I can't say nothing because the daddy sit around all day, quiet and not talking, trying to make stuff work. Talk, son. What's wrong with you? Nope, I'm acting like my daddy today. His daddy don't complain, so he don't complain. His mama don't want to be a burden, so she won't be a burden. So now he got both of us. He got a non-complaining, don't want to be a burden person. We call him Aiden. He got it honestly. Because kids don't live what you have told them. They live what you have showed them. Daddy said, don't complain. Mama said, don't want to be a burden. Guess what he is? I don't want to complain to be a burden. Now we got to break that out of him at 16. But you know what happened when you're 16? You a tree. You can't bend a tree. Sorry. So he gonna get that until some girl he like soften it out of him. Just is what it is. It's the parent's job is over. We put it in him, some girl will soften it out of him. So I really need to defend this femininity thing first before I get to the 2 things. I don't care.
Hey, Antonio, did he get his car?
Yes, he get it tomorrow.
What kind? What did he get?
It's an SUV. I have it's some sort of SUV. He'll pick it out tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, he'll pick it out tomorrow for sure. Yeah. So y'all will.
Tell him we want pictures.
You heard him, Aiden? He said he want pictures. But he being cool. Go. You gotta mute your mic now and say something now. Nope. Say something, deep voice. Oh, it don't work on here? Okay, then. Well, anyway, he said okay. All right, there you go right there. Y'all can see him with his muscles and his locks. Listen, be feminine, be not, I don't care. Just know that the reason I was able to tell Ebony she haven't tried to be feminine because everything attracts its own likeness. So, but here's the deal. When you are resisting your own likeness, guess what you get? Resistance of your own likeness. You can't be single. There are people with Down syndrome, happily married. Like, anything you could possibly think of. There are so many different people in unions. There is no reason for you not to have what you do not want on this planet. If you don't have what you don't want, three things are possible. Number one, shut up, chill out, it's coming. You're just being impatient. It's number one. It's typically the number one problem. Y'all be out here way too impatient. Number two, you don't match what you want. Number three, you're a really bad person and you're not going to get what you want. You're going to get who you are. These are your three possibilities. Y'all act like the universe is complex. It's not complex. Put a watermelon in the ground, you get back a watermelon. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. This is not complex. It's not complex. If you're a girl, you're going to have a vagina in most cases. If you're a boy, you're going to have a penis in most cases. And I say most cases because science is science. It is what it is. Exception every rule. This is what's going to happen, which now leads me to my last 2 points. You have what you have in your life, not because you can't get it. Oh, no. Because you created it, Antonio. Not created the harvest. No. Not the harvest. I'm not talking about your harvest this time, Tanya. No. I'm saying you created your own karma. It's self-created. There's more. You got to get the book. It's like 8 more things I talk about. Ina, I need you to get that the very thing punching you in the throat, the very thing. Well, I'm going to say Ina no more because I'm about to say something else. Aiden, there you go. I'm going to use Aiden. Aiden, the very thing messing up your marriage. See, I don't want to speak over nobody's marriage. The very thing messing up Aiden's marriage. He's 16. So this isn't, if he was 1800, he'd be married right now with a whole job. And he'd be a carpenter doing the Pythagorean theory or something. But this is 2024. Aiden, what's messing up your marriage is your karma. But you're the one self-correcting your karma. Which leads me now to the third point. If the second point is you're the one creating it, Antonio, I got to tell you to your face. The law of attraction, you, the great version of you, Deanna, is saying you're off track. And so this what you do with your little dumb self, Antonio. Well, I'm gonna get on track and I'm gonna fix it. And the universe say, all right, say less. Don't fix it. You there? Here's some more stuff you gotta fix. And you won't listen. You just won't listen. You know why? Because smart people don't listen. Because in order to be wealthy, you got to be dumb. Wealthy people got 2 things they believe in. That's about it. Smart people. You can look at the way, look across the whole world. If you don't have a degree, you're going to vote conservative. If you have a degree, you're going to vote liberal. You know why? Because if you have a degree, guess what you have? Experience with other cultures. Oh my God. If you have an advanced degree, guess what you have? More experience with more cultures. Oh my God. If you speak multiple languages, guess what you have? Empathy for that culture of the language you speak. If everybody should speak American, you don't care about nobody but American, whatever your idea of American is. The problem, sir, the problem, ma'am, is you're just not processing that you keep trying to fix stuff and you're the corrective action in your life. And I almost end you with this. You're going to get it now. I'm pointing right at you. You're going to get it in your next lifetime, but you're going to get it. Oh my God. Sarm karma is timeless, generational. Some karma is instant. So Antonio, can you tell us what's determined if I get karma in my next lifetime? I'm glad you asked, Dion. I'm so glad you asked. It's such a great question. If you are ready for the lesson, your karma will come to you. If Source You recognizes you're not ready for the lesson, you will get it much later. If you don't come ready this lifetime, you will get it next time. You will start off next lifetime with it. It's you, Ina. It's you, Deanna, determining if you're ready. This is why I love The Matrix or movies like that, because they're written by people who are aware. And in The Matrix 3, what does Neo say to the Oracle? Who said I wasn't ready? And she goes, you know who? And he looks up at the little Latin phrase. Oh, yeah, me. I'm the one who said, well, I'm ready now. I'm ready now. So I tell you this. With every fiber of my being, I'm trying to tell you that you're not just creating your karma. You're not just creating the pain of your karma. You're so arrogant, you're not even listening to your higher self. And that's crazy. You are literally repeating the karmic lessons of your life. So I know you ain't going to listen to me because you ain't listening to the version of you praying to be. It's crazy. It is crazy when you think. So if you go, I've always struggled with money. Higher version of you is saying, here's karmic balance so you can stop struggling with money. Here's the absence of money so you can finally master it. I've always struggled with being in a relationship. You imagine if God says, I've always struggled. So here you is, writing emails and sending out caramel candy bars about how we're all connected. But that ain't how you act in your personal life. You're not connected. I had this church member. Her name was Tanya, real name. And she claimed to the heavens of heavens that she was positive. And I had to tell Tanya, you're not positive. You're positive to the people you like. You don't get to choose who you're positive to. That's not positivity. That's not positivity.
More selective positivity.
Selective positivity sure sounds like toxicity to me. Well, I'm selectively faithful. Sounds unfaithful to me. Today's that made Scorpio sense. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Listen, I've got 3.5 minutes to try to convince you as best as I possibly can. The very thing that you just swear up and down that you need to do, dummy, no, you don't. No, you don't. Please tell me who here knew, for the love of God, I just had to do this. I just had to do this. I just had to, and it worked out for you. No, it never works out for you. The only time you knew you had to have something is when you said the opposite. I just refuse to be denied. It just is what it is. I got to have it. I can't not do it. Phil, human consultant don't make no sense. Nah, I got to do it. There's no such thing as a human consultant, but I got to do it. It's called burning desire. Y'all are putting burning desire on your karmic pattern. You're putting burning desire on the repetitious, vicious cycle that Source You is trying to get you to get out of. Antonio, can you tell me how to identify it? I sure can with great specificity. I sure can. Give me the first sign, Antonio, if I think I'm right and I'm wrong. Sure can. Check your harvest. It's always the first sign. If you don't take care of yourself, can't take care of yourself, ain't gonna take care of yourself, ain't gonna have no opportunity to take care of yourself, ain't never took care of yourself, guess what? Something wrong with you. So you go, now the next thing is, well, I ain't never take care of myself. Now the first thing you need to ask yourself is, am I supposed to take care of myself? You go to schools acting like you're supposed to be providers. So what you got is, this is where femininity comes in again. Feminine people acting masculine, wondering why their relationships never work. It's a great clip going viral on Instagram and TikTok. I'll give it to you. We'll flip the script. Women say, well, I'm just an aggressive woman. So can you tell me how to meet a man that's going to soften me up? And the dude start laughing. He say, let me flip that real quick. And this is what he say. You know what? I'm just a I'm just a man, but I'm going to be feminine, though, until a woman puts me in my masculinity. Until I meet the right woman to put me in my masculinity, I'm not going to even respect these women. I'm not even going to be a man. I'm not going to take care of nobody. I'm not going to take care of my kids. I'm not going to take care of nobody. I'm just waiting on the right woman to put me in my masculine energy. And nobody will mess with that man, and that's how y'all sound. I'm waiting on the right man to put me in my feminine energy. You're supposed to be feminine, period. Or you're supposed to be masculine. Whatever gender you want to be in, doesn't matter to me. However you want to do it, do that. So what happens to you, sir? What happens to you, ma'am? It's simple. You're messing up your whole life. Your whole life. Because you have yet to learn to die to your flesh daily. Your flesh has never wanted to have money. Your flesh has never wanted to be in a relationship. Your flesh has never wanted to keep quiet. You know what? Universe trying to tell you, shut up. I told somebody this today. Y'all ain't gonna believe me. This person gracefully accepted it. Thumbs up, accepted it, and was like, you're right. I was actually shocked that they accepted it. I was like, shit. Okay, that must have been Jesus said that. It wasn't me. That dude must have heard Jesus say it or something. It wasn't me. This is what I said to this person. You would rather lose the relationship than lose the argument. You acting like I ain't said something all you want to. You damn sure gonna hear it in this conference coming up. You would rather lose the relationship than lose the argument. You're so toxic that you so broken in your face and your head that you throw out the whole relationship. Nope. You get triggered and you go, that's it. I don't want to deal with this. You rather lose the relationship than be uncomfortable and have accountability. That's why you're poor. The law of attraction cannot grow in someone who is not fertile soil. I'm sorry. And here's the crazy part about it. You're choosing to be a single mother. You know exactly. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of y'all. You choosing to be a single mother. You choosing to be a broke Christian. What? First off, you shouldn't be Christian and broke. Exceedingly, but how many prosperity scriptures you want me to give you? Because you shouldn't be Christian and broke. Hell, you praying for? You ain't like that. What you praying for? You should not, under any circumstances, Do what is natural to you. If it's natural for you to be single, stop. Now here's the deal. If you blessed and highly favored and single, you better keep it going. You better keep it going. If you blessed and married, you better keep it going. But if you don't like your life,
How do you decide if you're blessed and highly favored single?
check your harvest. How do I know if I'm blessed? Do you like your life and the things therein? If you do not, you are not blessed, no matter how much practice spirituality you got. Who's determining I'm not blessed, Antonio? You. You are. You the one sick. You the one don't like your life. You the one. It's you. You are the one determining. It's not me. It's not to do with the microphone. You are the one determining you don't like your life. I'm not the head of your life. I bet you ain't nobody heard me complain today, or yesterday, or the day before. I like my life, not because I got $23 million in finance just sitting here. I ain't, oh, shit, if you count density 6 finances, then I got then I got $67 million of finance just waiting on me if you count density 6. But here's the deal, Tracy. When my eczema was out of control and I was broken ashy, I thought I was $66 million worthy. What you like? I thought I was the shit broke. That's what y'all missing. Oprah with weight problems, or she was a billionaire in the 80s. So she became one. Here, because I'm here. My Jew motor scooter should be sitting with me before I even heard a Zoom. Before Zoom was invented, I said, motherfuckers ought to be listening to me. And so there we go. There it is. There it is. If you don't like your life and the only thing you're doing is fixing your problem, no, you're not. You're creating more of your problem. I want you, as a closing, please, to the love of God, listen to what I'm saying. I want you to admit you've never fixed it. You've never fixed a single one of your problems a day in your life.
I can admit that.
Okay,
I've
she said,
always caused problems in
fair
mine
enough.
and everybody else around me.
And everybody else around me. Nobody here has ever fixed their own problem. It's never happened. I'm not saying somebody came in and fixed your problem. Here's what happened. That problem killed you so much, you wouldn't you no more. Help me, somebody. And that new you, that higher dimensional you, that when Otis say, how you got that? I don't even know, Otis. I can't even lie to you. Oh yeah, I don't want to play with me. The version of you with the problem has never fixed the problem. The version of you that is unhappy, and the sad part is, all your blessings come from the higher version of you, and you go, fuck that high version of me. I want this version. And I can't do nothing but call you a dummy. Abraham Hicks would be far more kind than you. Les Brown would be far more kind than you. I ain't neither of these people. I'll call a spade a spade. Les Brown would say they're winners and there's losers and there's people who have not yet figured out how to win. That is not what Antonio say. Antonio say you're a loser. How do I know you're a loser? Because you don't like your life. And anybody who don't like the life is a loser. There's winners and there's losers. And oh my God, in America, we got a whole new presidency. And guess what's going to happen, Otis? Billionaires are spectators. It's the only thing going to happen in the next 4 years. Billionaires are spectators. I know where I'm going to stand. Tracy says she know where she going to stand. All I can tell you is the person you mad at or the you mad at, you're going to fucking die. You're so arrogant. You're so arrogant that death, the opportunity, the prospect of death won't even make you apologize and go back to that marriage, to that money, to that job, to whatever. That's how trash you are. Because you're going to die. And you still won't change. You're walking around here with diabetes unchecked because you won't go to the doctor. You're going to die. This will not last. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to get past being 40, you're going to be 50. You're going to get past being 60, you're going to be 70. And you know what's going to happen, Otis? You're going to say, damn, I wish I would have did that different. Because you're 40 right now and you wish you did 30 different. You're 30 right now and you wish you did 20 different. And now here your dumb ass is doing the same stuff. Source you. The you that you pray to be is sending you the karma saying, I want you to feel this way, Antonio. Not for you to leave that money, not for you to leave whatever the fuck you're leaving, not for you to leave that. I'm trying to get you to ascend past it. You know what you're going? Ain't nobody tell me what to do but me. All right. How's your harvest? The people who will be successful will do one thing that I will tell you now, and I'm done. The people who will be successful in the next 24 hours, forget 4 years. The people who will be successful in the next 24 hours will do this one thing. Pause. They're going to take everything I said and they're going to pause and they're going to say, I can't stand him. Pause means not to react. They're going to go, I can't stand Antonio. You get on my nerves. But let me process what he said. I don't agree with this, but I'm going to do this.
Are you in my brain? Get out of my brain.
At a whole football game. The people who are going to be better are going to pause. The people who are not going to be better are going to show up to this call, sit here for 2.5 hours and go, what? Oh, fuck him. I don't like him. I don't like anything he said. I'm going to still do what I'm supposed to do. Until you pause. You're never going to win. I pray the power of pause over you. I pray that you learn how to pause. Some of y'all owe the father in your life, the mother in your life, the husband in your life, a massive apology. The wife in your life, a massive apology. We know you won't do it because you convinced yourself, well, I just don't have those kind of emotions, which are dumbass. And I get to call you what you are. He's a dumbass. Antonio, how you know I'm a dumbass? Because you think you making a mistake. There are no mistakes. There are no mistakes. Your life is unfolding the way you wanted to unfold. Unfortunately for you or fortunately for you, it's up to you. You gonna get all your karma now, or you gonna stretch it out. Hear me well. I swear to God, 30 seconds. Hear me well. I ain't got no karma. Because I'm a nice person? No, Jerome, I'm not a nice person. Ain't nothing about me nice. I'm not nice. I've never claimed to be nice. My kids don't even think I'm nice. My kids think they mama nice. I don't know what the hell my kids think. Whatever they think, they right. Because I showed it to them. I'm not nice. You know what I am, Otis? Free. That's why I act like me. That's why I got what I got. Because I'm free. Because I could hurt me and immediately apologize to me. You can hurt me, and then I will apologize to you for you hurting me. Ask around and see if it's true. I would literally apologize to you for you hurting me, because what I refuse to do in my little 12 seconds is give my dreams to the response of you. I cannot be perfect. But damn it, Otis, my reaction to you, that's going to always be perfect. Because that's what I control. Do I control the dumbassery that come out my brain? Absolutely not. Antonio, you're supposed to control come out your brain. That's called auto-suggestion. Sometimes feeling shit just come out my brain. It just is what it is. But when I pause, when it's pointed out to me, Ina, I go, you right, say less. Won't ever happen again. And it don't ever happen again. And nobody on this call can ever say, you've ever seen me make a mistake twice. You've ever corrected me and I did it twice. Because my integrity is after my dreams. And I'm not going to let you trigger me to karma that I got to live with. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can't plan better. You can't dominate. Love you, everybody.
Love you more.
It's all Ina's fault. Blame her in France.